Hey, how y'all doing? Good to see you guys again. Of course, this is AnitaN The Biz Coach coming to you with, you know what I like to say, valuable information, yes, on grants and the grant process. All right, so I know y'all liking my new earrings. I got some new ones. I don't know if I had a chance to share these yet. I am so excited. The artist that made these, she is awesome, and I can't wait to do some more purchases from her. And I'll have to get that card next time so I can start sharing some of these wonderful people that I'm coming in contact with and meeting that are aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners. And it is just so wonderful to be able to do that. All right. So, along with that, you already know. Yes, I haven't even graced these on my face yet. These are straight, honey, straight, I say, out of the package. Y'all like loving that? Look at that butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly. Where art thou, butterfly? Yes. So I love these. I haven't had a chance to wear them yet, as I said. I actually have a dress that I bought while I was vacationing in Florida, I think last year. And I had to buy these to go with them. So I can't wait to next month when I go to Cali for my celebration of my birthday and be able to wear this along with my new attire. Yes. So I know you don't care nothing about all that probably. However, I am about to share some stuff I'm hoping you are interested in. Okay. So recently I've been sharing some information about how to screen or how to review the different requirements for grants so that you can be better prepared when you are about to apply. So another thing that is very important is understanding and knowing who who to go to for these grant fundings. Where is this money coming from? So that you can better research to see how you qualify and how you fit in to your piece of the pie. Because if I've shared before, the government, of course, when it comes to governmental grants and monies, the government creates different incentives, initiatives, programs, things of that nature. And then they pass it down to the states. And then the states then distributes the funding opportunities to organizations, businesses, nonprofits in their different communities. And just a side note, I know this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And we don't talk about politics here, but just let me say that I have some people, and I know some people that, don't believe in the voting process and things of that nature. But let me just tell you that this is just one of the reasons why getting your voice heard is so important, is because these officials that are in place, that we put in place, they're the ones that, decide on who gets the money, where it goes, how to distribute this governmental money. So you want to get somebody in place that's going to have your best interest. Okay. So that's just a little side note. I ain't here, trying to support anybody, but I'm just saying the whole process itself. That is just one of the reasons. So if you are interested in, you know, having more funding in your communities, more programs for children, more things for the elderly, more things and opportunities for businesses, because businesses only come to areas that are established and have economic development in place. So if you want those kind of things going on, then you need to be able to put some folks in place that need to help you, or if you are interested in supporting others, have friends that have businesses or nonprofits or whatever, and you want to be supportive of them. That's one of the way you can support them. Anyway, I'm off that soap opera box. I'm done. Okay, on to business at hand. So, speaking of economic development, that's some of the information that we're going to be talking about today. So you may say, not really sure. I've heard that term before, not really sure what it means, what it does, how does it affect me? So economic development has to do with the development and sustainability of your communities, of our communities, okay? It helps to generate and sustain wealth in communities. So it helps, like I said before, attract new businesses to come in your region, your cities, your counties, things of that nature. So economic development and community development is very important. So you need to know who has this money, where is this money coming from, what parts of the department, I'm sorry, the parts of the government is this funding coming from, and how is it distributed to its different recipients, right? As I said, state and local entities that receive such things. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and show you some of, that is not what I need right there. Show you some of the actual different departments and what have you of the government that actually provides this type of information. So we have here what we call the economic and community development. And this is just sharing, and this is a older document, a couple of years, when COVID first came out. This is when, a lot of these programs were initiated, and some of them actually have been around and are still around still today. So I'm just going to show you some of these and we'll talk a little bit about them. If I can get my mouse to coordinate here with me. Yes. So you have right here different governmental departments and different um, information on grant funding and where it comes from, some of the different entities. So it talks a little bit about the Small Business Association Administration, I'm sorry, there. And of course, I'm sure you all heard about PPP. Everybody was after that PPP money, honey. So this breaks down some of that information as well as the EIDL, which is the Economic Injury Disaster Loans. That was in coordination with that. You have information on the express bridge loans and different type of loans and grant programs, okay? So just to give you an idea of some of what that is, they even have information here on the Georgia Pacific Foundation's grants. So you have different businesses, huge industries or businesses that have foundations and they give grant funding. Okay, here's one that I'm familiar with and I've helped some of my clients apply for, the Robert W. Woodruff Foundation. Now, this particular document and probably most of this information is geared towards the state of Georgia. So that is one of the foundations in Georgia, and they mostly fund different businesses and nonprofits in the state of Georgia themselves. All right, so it breaks down arts and recreation, different types of projects, law enforcement and fire protection, utilities and infrastructure, housing. So it just tells you a lot of different areas of where funding, government funding comes from when it comes to grants. All right. So here was one that came out through the U.S. Department of Labor. And it says it's an ongoing, reviewed on a rolling basis, and it has to do with dislocated workers. All right, so keep in mind, all of these programs, and most of these, you'd have to look up in your own state. So these are some things that you can research and look up, when you're looking at different grants and trying to find out where to apply for money. Now, you cannot apply directly to a governmental grant unless you're an established nonprofit or business. And as I've shared before, if you're new, especially, or a small organization, and you're just growing and just getting established, it's great a lot of times to partner with other entities that are already receiving grants funding so that you can get your piece of the pie. That's a way to get your foot in the door. Okay. So another one here, we have the COVID-19 emergency school nutrition funding. All right, this is one that is ongoing. The grantor, meaning the one that has the money and is distributing the monies, is the organization called Gen Youth. I like the way they kind of play there on Gen Youth, um, on their title of their program or organization. So it goes on here to tell you and show you a little bit about ongoing grant funding for the EDA, which is the Economic Development Administration, Public Works and Economic Adjustment Assisted Programs, which also includes the CARES Act funding. All right, we know that President Biden initiated all of that due to the pandemic and people trying to recover from that. So this is just information on people that could hopefully qualify for some of that. All right, moving on, we have some information here. Again, in this grantor, meaning this is the department that this money comes from, is the EDA, the U.S. Economic Development Administration. And again, like I said, these governmental entities distribute monies and they send them to the states and different things of that nature. And then you as an organization may have to partner with either another organization in your community or partner with, or actually apply for it yourself. You see here for this one, it says eligible applicants, and it tells you, breaks it down here, cities or townships, nonprofits having your status letter, state governments, county governments, okay, nonprofits that do not have a 501c3 status with the IRS, other than an institution of higher learning. So even nonprofits that don't have a 501c3, that's interesting. So I would definitely want to know more information about that and how that works. All right, so you even have contact information there to get more information. You know, for instance, if you're not sure if you qualify for it, or to find out about other entities, organizations, and what have you in your community that may be applying or have applied in the past and may be applying in the future, they can give you all sorts of information. So you actually have a name, an address, and an email address with a phone number. All right. So this is always very, very, very important information to have. If you have a contact, honey, go on and call them. Find out how you can get a part of this money. All right. So this goes into the EIDL, the economic injury disaster loans. That, of course, they had there during that time was ongoing. This is, I believe this document came out in 2020. Yes, I see it there, updated August 2020. Okay. So again, look in your do some research in your, or for your particular state or city, you know, get some of these words. This is how I find a lot of the things that I find. I take maybe like the name of this document, loans, grants, and other assistance programs for COVID-19 relief, Google it for your city, your state, and see what comes up. You never know. That's one of the best ways to find some things. All right, this is about the PPP loan and all of that, how that worked and came out. Here's something called the Southern Smoke, what's that, emergency relief program. So this is actually one I had looked up for one of my clients, and it's actually for restaurants and bars. And if you had perhaps some type of natural disaster or fire or break-in, something that would qualify for an emergency, that you would need emergency relief. Okay, that is actually the link for that information on that program. All right, so it just goes on and on and on. Business Development Revolving Loan Fund Grants. Okay, so that gives you more information there. It breaks down the different counties in Georgia that you must be in to be able to qualify for this particular funding. Community facilities, direct loan and grant programs. This is through the Rural Business Cooperative Service and the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA. You'd be surprised. Side note, you'd be surprised the type of funding you can get from some of these entities. For instance, I had a girlfriend that actually got a loan for her house through the USDA. I didn't even know that. I didn't know you could apply for that. But she's out in the country. Beautiful subdivision that they've developed in a particular county in Georgia. They have some beautiful homes out there. So you just have to be diligent and do your research. Okay. So that was just another side note. Y'all know I love side notes. All right. So like I said, there's so many things. This document is actually 33 pages long, and we're definitely not going to go through all those today. But my whole point in showing you this is to just find out what's going on in your own community. What type of funding can you maybe apply for, or join forces with someone else that may be applying for it, okay? All right. Wow, there's all kinds of awesome information, okay? So, good stuff, right? We need to be able to know where this money is coming from, how we can qualify for it, other people we can work with perhaps. So as you can see, those type of resources are very important to have. You can have contacts that you can talk to and get more information, websites, different documents, just all sorts of valuable stuff that you can find out just by doing a little research. A little research goes a long way, you all. So don't be afraid to reach out and get help, even if you need it. Hey, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. All right. So again, as always, you can reach me on social media at AnitaN The Biz Coach, AnitaN The Biz Coach on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All right. Till next time, I look forward to it. Y'all stay safe. Thanks. See you later. Bye.